Hi guys, welcome to Counterpoints. My name is Connor, and today we're going to be breaking down the excellent Hammer and Bolter episode, Artifacts. There's a ton of good violence and some cool Easter eggs, so I've been looking forward to it. This breakdown is also to replace the one that Games Workshop took down, and to update some lore and technical issues with the original. It is a darn good episode, so I invite you to come along for the ride. If you know anything about this channel, you know I'm a busy fella. I work a normal job, take care of a young family, debate politics, and bring you fine folks some of the best science fiction violence in the space. It's a hectic schedule, and every now and then you need a boost. Caffeine is a good friend of mine, but it can make you jittery, give you heartburn, and can cause a horrible crash a few hours in. NMN is a supplement that is derived from the B vitamin niacin, and I've been getting mine from Black Forest Supplements. Link for a killer discount in the description. NMN boosts NAD+ levels in your bloodstream, which is important for maintaining energy, rebuilding muscle, and even has a reflex sharpening effect. It's a clean and even burn compared to the highs and lows of caffeine, and so it's been a good tool in my tool belt getting through the day. Harvard has even recommended a supplement regimen for men to help them maintain their energy and health as they age. It's a powerful tool that the FDA is looking to regulate, so now is the time to try it before the prices go up or you have to go through a doctor to get access. Black Forest Supplements is offering a sweet deal where you can buy 2 and get 1 free, giving you a lot of bang for your buck. They also have other supplements like cocoa flavanols and testosterone for your other good fat, antioxidant, and muscle building needs. They have a cool company culture that I think is worth supporting, so check them out now. Link is down in the description.
Resurrection machines are ruins. You end here. I offer an exchange. What could a creature like you offer us? Power, glory, conquest. The empty promise of a doomed Xenos. Reality. In an agglomeration of dead ships. Far from here, there is an artifact made by our ancient enemies, the Eldari. It let them tunnel beneath reality and create their paths between the stars, their webway. This artifact would allow you to do the same.
We have never been able to unlock the mysteries of the webway. If we did, armies could be marched across the galaxy at will.
It will be yours if you wish.
We wish only for your annihilation. Let him speak.
In what your kind call the Crucian Depths.
You will go and find if this artifact exists. And if it does, you will bring it to me.
By your will,
Now, this is the first episode that made me appreciate chaos. I definitely don't want to sign on to being a sock puppet for a demon, but donning some Terminator armor and kicking Necron butt for my own benefit and the benefit of my warband sounds like a pretty good time. Making the gods laugh to the tune of autocannon fire sounds like a great workday to me. We'll get more into the chaos lore in a second, but let's talk a bit about their targets, the Necron warriors. The warriors are the drone class of the Necron race and are cut down with Stormbolter's lightning claws and autocannon fire. Their Gauss flares can annihilate targets down to the molecular level, but lucky for our ceramite, plasteel, adamantium armored, and chaos blessed Terminators, their weapons have little effect. A Cryptek, an advisor to the royalty of the Necrons, flees, but is cut down by a Stormbolter round to the guts, if he had any. Many Necrons will appear as soulless killing machines, but the upper echelons of society have retained their personalities from their biotransference. If you don't know what that word means, go check out my Unified Timeline video. Crypteks maintain tomb worlds, advise royalty, and can go into a variety of specialties of study. The maintenance and creation of machines is known as technomancy. The study and wielding of energy as a weapon is known as plasmancy. Those that use time as a weapon study chronomancy, and those that study the fear of living beings study psychomancy. Each one of these scientists can wield powers that appear as sorcery to other races, thus their valued position in Necron society. In battle, if a Necron is damaged but not destroyed, it can attempt to reanimate. Nanoscarabs will feed on the matter around the Xenos and cannibalize the necessary systems in order to bring the Necron back to life. If a Necron is fully destroyed, its remains can be teleported back to a resurrection chamber where it can be fully repaired. Unfortunately for our Xenos friends, it seems the Black Legion has already destroyed the resurrection chambers, and so they are teleporting back to Endless Void. In exchange for his life, the Cryptek offers an Eldar artifact that is capable of creating new tunnels in the webway. If you don't know what the webway is, I again have a beautiful Warhammer timeline video that combines a dozen of the best science fiction universes into a single coherent story, and I describe the War in Heaven and the webway there. Abaddon, War Master of the Black Legion and Champion of Chaos Undivided, directs his men to retrieve the artifact and dispatches the Cryptek with the Talon of Horus, which absolutely deserves a bit more lore. Abaddon is 10,000 years old and was first captain of the Sons of Horus during the Great Crusade and Horus Heresy. He led the elite first company known as the Justarin in jet black Artificer jump pack and Terminator armor to be the proverbial tip of the spear of his legion. Abaddon was a fierce warrior, one of the largest Astartes, some even joking he was more of a clone of Horus than a space marine. When Horus was wounded by a greater demon of Nurgle, it was Abaddon's love and fierce loyalty to Horus that saw the Primarch brought to the Snake Temple of Davin and Horus's corruption by the Dark Gods. Abaddon first rejoiced at the rebellion of his father against the Emperor. After all, why shouldn't Astartes rule the Imperium over mortals? But he came to see Horus not as a champion of chaos, a warrior leader deserving to rule, but a flesh puppet of the Dark Gods, no longer master of his own will. When his father was slain and the Sons of Horus fled into the Eye of Terror, Abaddon went on a penitent pilgrimage. He returned, slew a clone of his father, claimed the title of War Master, and founded the Black Legion. Now, he commands tens of thousands of Chaos Astartes, billions of cultists, and untold numbers of demons. Abaddon claimed the demon's sword Dracnian, the Talon of Horus, a custom lightning claw with an integrated twin-link bolter, and wears custom Terminator armor built specially for his impressive frame. Abaddon vows to unite Chaos, to not succumb to any one god, to fell the Imperium, and to rule it in the name of the primordial truth. The Terminator squad finds the Space Hulk and is warned that they cannot teleport to the artifact, and the area surrounding is a void to the Dark Gods. They can expect no help and may not be able to escape.
Suspicion has kept us alive many times, but boldness has brought us victory. The War Master has commanded, and if we fail, then it would be better that we find death. There is no choice. We go. The artifact lies ahead. Advance. Target's front! Do you wish my mercy?
You will not reach what you seek, lie-slaved warrior. There is no way out!
Keep moving. The Xenos are between us and the artifact. Their ship has been dead and inactive for an age, and they're still alive.
These ones are dead now.
What?
There!
Vanished. First Drukhari that should be long dead, and then Necron phantoms. Do you still think all is as it should be? Stay alert. Where is the power for the lights coming from?
A power reservoir left active.
With enough power to still be running now? This wreck is millennia old.
A lifetime of war in the Eye of Terror, witnessing the powers of demons and the miracles of dark gods. And this seems a mystery to you?
What is this sorcery? Halt! Forward! My pleasure.
Braving the dangers, our Terminator squad boards the Space Hulk via teleporter and begins clearing the path in a tactical column. I think it's a particularly nice detail that the corridors are so small and the Terminator so massive that the autocannon wielder has to go vertical in order to turn. You can see them all pointing their weapons in various directions waiting for any threat. They don't have to wait long as Drukhari witches charge them. Witches are bloodthirsty Colosseum champions who relish melee combat. They hone their skills in the fighting pits of Kamra, nestled in the webway, while more adventurous witches may venture into real space to find more slaves for the Dark City. They are known for their speed, grace, and skill with blades, but unfortunately for the witches, it's hard to dodge a wall of lead and equally hard to damage Terminator armor. A witch taunts them of a trap before being bisected by lightning claws. A mirage of the Cryptek taunts them before they move into the next part of the Hulk, where they are greeted by more Drukhari. Tablite are the foot soldiers of the Dark Eldar race and are charged with piratical raids into real space. They use splinter weapons, which fire crystal shards dipped in horrible poison to incapacitate and torture their targets. Now, this works against civilians and guardsmen fairly well, but it's like hail off a metal roof going up against Terminator armor. It's only a lucky shot through the eye slit that fells one Terminator, while the rest are cut down. The Terminators enter the vault, closing the door behind them, knowing they can easily break out, but rivals will have difficulty breaking in.
It is ours.
These are bolter and power weapon kills.
Wait!
You came very close this time. When the Necrontyr shed flesh and left death for lesser creatures, we thought only of freedom from fear and making kingdoms that would never die. We did not think of what else immortality would entail. We thought in terms of wars, of destruction, of conquest. But eternity also requires what you would call entertainment. For my part, I find infinity allows me to observe the myriad ways in which matter and consciousness manifest. I collect them. Objects, life forms, moments. This is one of my favorites. A device that can create roads under the skin of reality. Worth risking anything for, but nothing compared to what it has brought me. This moment is locked in a tesseract labyrinth, a pocket of space where events play out again and again. Sometimes you reach this moment first, sometimes others do. Each instance is different in countless beautiful details.
You will free us!
You can free yourselves. All you need to do to leave the labyrinth is never enter. You are given that choice each time. I am not your jailer, my wonderful relic of mortal pride. You are your own prisoners. The look on your faces is my favorite part, and I have enjoyed it 1,000 times already.
I don't like anything of this.
Then what? Turn back?
No. Suspicion has kept us alive many times, but boldness has brought us victory. The artifact lies ahead. Advance.
Perfection.
The dizzying amount of detail in the final sequence is beautiful. The Dark Eldar and Terminators are revealed to be in a recursive labyrinth, one in which they fight again and again, never quite reaching the Webway artifact before Trazyn the Infinite arrives to savor the subtle differences in each iteration. Trazyn muses with his collected specimens, sharing the knowledge and philosophy leading them all to this moment. The Necrontyr were a short-lived, cancer-ridden race, and so when presented with immortality through biotransference, they leapt at the chance. Now some Necrontyr had to be dragged into the furnaces, but ultimately the Necrontyr were reborn in metal. Their ambitions of defeating death and making an eternal empire quickly turned into a waking nightmare. Some Necrons yearned to breathe with lungs they no longer had, drink with mouths that no longer allowed it, and eat for stomachs that didn't exist. Some couldn't handle their digitized consciousness and went into endless thought loops, analyzing minerals, rocks, earth, and animals in an endless thought, never able to return to the present. The most powerful of Necrons, those given the most amount of personality, were able to simulate long-dead mentors and loved ones, and able to create worlds within their own mind, as real to them as reality itself, and thus they stayed catatonic, unable to return to the realm of the real. Nobles who do not enjoy conquest will spend centuries listening to orchestras and plays designed to distract their immortal patrons. Trazyn himself has shackled his madness by obsessively collecting every creature, artifact, and moment that strikes his interest, dedicating the vast tomb world of Solemnis to this effort. This tragic and mind-bending state of affairs is beautifully detailed in the book The Infinite and the Divine, in which Trazyn and Orican, a powerful cryptech, spend centuries fighting over an artifact of existential consequence. But for the Necron Lords, it might as well be a game of chess with a hated but respected rival. Both in the book and in our episode, Trazyn is able to occupy many bodies, splitting his consciousness into as many routines as is necessary to play his games. And when one of his shells is killed, he will always have a backup, ready to continue the great game. So while the Terminators show tenacity and willpower, entering the labyrinth to kill and die over and over and over again over a world-changing artifact, to Trazyn, this is just one tesseract labyrinth deposited among a dozen in one section of his massive vault, entertaining him as he waits out eternity. For some final details, we see that Trazyn has captured in stasis a Chaos Knight, an Eldar Wraith Titan, a Vespid, a Votann, a Zote, a Harlequin Solitaire, an Enslaver, a Thunder Warrior, Usurker Creed, presumed dead at the Battle of Cadia, a Luna Wolf Helmet, a copy of the Lectitio Divinitatis, and some Xenos I don't recognize. Which brings us to the end for now. Like, share, and subscribe, and ring the bell so you know whenever fresh content drops. Comment down below for the comment gods. Join the Discord if you want to hang out with fellow nerds, and check out the politics channels in the description if you're into debates or essays. Get your breakfast from Magic Spoon, your skincare from Geology, get your wallet from Hawkins & Company, get your chair from EUN Racing, get your desk from FlexiSpot, get your third-party bits from Liber Demonica, and get your minis painted by Mastermind Models Miniatures. I appreciate you. Catch you in the next one. Until the end.